Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of the Orozco Body and Mind podcast. I'm your host, Chris Orozco, and I hope you've been doing pretty well. I hope that you've been staying on track with the right habits. I hope that you've been able to keep staying disciplined and keep working on yourselves. Today, I wanted to talk about the steps we need to make to really improve our lives and how we can, if we take the necessary steps, what kind of changes we can see in our lives. But it's really, I just wanted to explain like how we start. Like a lot of people, I believe, don't know where to start. And I think it's important for us to know exactly like what we need to do when I say like work on ourselves. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. And I can only speak from my experience and the things I've been able to change as the years have, the last 3 to 4 years have been happening. I've been able to improve myself and change a lot of habits that I used to struggle with. So I'm only going to speak from my knowledge, from my experience, and hopefully, if it touches you, then you're able to incorporate these changes in your life. So for me, my 20s were really, really difficult. I think I've talked about it in previous podcasts. I was somebody who was really drinking every weekend. And when I'm talking about drinking, um, I'm talking about like, drinking like every single weekend, um, and really just like getting wasted. I wasn't just like sipping on 2 or 3 cups. I was like really drinking like a whole bottle to myself. And like some days, I didn't even have to really go out. Sometimes I would just drink it in my house just to feel that feeling. Um, I was also somebody who was experimenting with smoking sometimes. So I would smoke a lot, not a lot, but I would smoke sometimes. But I only did it because I felt kind of like I wanted to escape my reality, and I wanted to experience a different feeling. So I went to that, in my 20s. I was also somebody who wasn't consistently working out every day. I would, during the 2020 pandemic, I actually didn't work out that whole year. And, my body just felt really weak, really out of touch. Just felt like I wasn't myself. And it came to a point where, um, I was overweight. I was eating really unhealthy foods. I was really struggling. I think if you see a picture of me back then, when I was like 24, 25, and you see a picture of me now, I mean, there's huge, huge changes. Just somebody who didn't really take care of themselves. So I just remember every day I'd wake up and I would, you know, look at my life and I would be so disappointed um, where it was going. I was like, there has to be more. There has to be, I have to like keep looking for my purpose. I have to just make changes. So I didn't change everything right away. It was kind of gradually just making the necessary changes, gradually improving, like they say, 1% every single day. So I took a look at my life. And first, I wanted to improve my fitness. So I told myself, let me start going to the gym more consistently. Let me start making the changes in the gym. Let me get my body right. Let me get it stronger. Let me get it healthier. Let me feel more aligned with who I'm meant to be. I was always an athlete, um, you know, growing up. So I was used to having a certain body, and I thought that was just the body I was always going to keep. But in my mid 20s, as I was doing these habits, my body started changing, and I was like, I felt really out of touch with myself. Um, and I was somebody who wanted to look good for not for other people, but for myself. I wanted to be fit. I wanted to feel like I had a strong body. So that was the first thing I looked at when I wanted to make changes. Told myself I need to go to the gym more consistently, and I need to, start really tracking my food. So slowly but surely, I made those consistently every single day, to the point where right now I'm in the gym every single day. And if I'm not in the gym, I'm running. But getting to the point where my body felt aligned into who I am has really, really benefited me tremendously. Then I would look at my habits. So, like I said, I was drinking a lot. So I just said, I gotta quit it completely. And this takes a lot of discipline, it takes a lot of willpower. Um, but you have to lock in. Like, we have to, like, when there's other distractions, when there's other things going on, we have to lock in. Um, and now I'm somebody who I've been sober for I would say a year and like 4 months. I haven't had any alcohol. I used to do the gummies, and I completely stopped that months ago. And I feel like I mean, so much better. Waking up and like grinding and like you know going to like being in my purpose. It's like we all have, most of us have a calling, have a purpose, but there's so many distractions we that come in our life. There's so many distractions that are holding us back. But once we cut out those distractions, once we stop doing certain things, it's like life will help you get aligned to where you're supposed to be. I know that sounds like a little weird, but like it's true. Like life will help us, you know, improve ourselves once we show that initial, like action. Once we have a conversation with ourselves, like we need to change, we need to improve, we need to face our demons. Um, there's a lot of demons that we face every single day, and we go to these habits because we don't want to face them. And the reality is, if we're sober, if we're completely just locked in, life will help us improve ourselves. So, we have to just find the way, like, keep, like, at first it's difficult because we're not used to it. At first, it's like, it's like going against everybody else. There's all these things, and it's hard to be different than most people. But it's so worth it. You feel so much better. And I've come to the point in my life where I just want to help others find that their calling, their purpose. I want to improve and help others achieve what they're meant to achieve, because I've seen the changes for myself. I've seen how I've gone from somebody who lacked a lot of motivation, inspiration, lacked a lot of discipline, and I've been able to transform myself. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, because I have days, obviously, I'm a human being. I have days where I struggle. But I'm somebody now who I would say has been able to stay more disciplined, and find um, their calling, because I've changed certain habits. Um, so we have to stop certain habits, and then we have to add really good habits, right? We have to add things like taking care of our body, eating healthier, getting the right amount of sleep. Something, that has helped me is like meditating every single day. Uh, Certain habits like that. Like I like to read. I enjoy reading a good book that's helping my mind grow and evolve, and it's helping me just find, my calling. Like find that books that I've been able to read, like a lot of personal growth books, have helped me tremendously, inspire me, and motivate me. Um, so, like I said, it's about making small changes. You're not going to change your whole life right away. Like I think most people, when they say they want to change their lives, they go like from 0 to 100. But it's about just making small little changes, like they say, improving 1% every single day. And what happens is when we change those habits, um, you're actually proving it to yourself, that you're becoming somebody else. At the end of the day, we don't have to prove it to anybody else, but it's like proving it to yourself, having this belief in yourself that you're changing. And it's consistently, like once you stay consistently, it's not like doing it for 2 3 months. It's like, sometimes we have to stay consistently, but eventually life rewards us. I mean, it sounds weird. Like I believe in God. Some people believe in the universe, some people believe in the creator, but it's like, you know not to get too deep, but like the creator, God, knows when we're trying to make certain changes. It knows when we're trying to do the right thing. And, um, you know, God knows when we're struggling, and He knows when we're trying to improve ourselves. I've also believed that in this reality, in this world that we live in, it's not easy going against the grain. It's not easy going against what everybody else is doing. But if you have that tunnel vision, if you have that inner drive to just want to improve, that right there is all you need. That right there, the self-awareness, like, okay, like it's about just improving a little bit. Then it starts becoming a snowball. It starts adding up, and you'll want to change. One healthy habit, if you consistently keep it, leads to another and another and another. And eventually you look back 6 months, 1 year, and it's like, wow, you are totally a different person. You are somebody you're gonna like really, really love. And it's about that like self-love that we have for ourselves. It's that self-love that we should hope to try to achieve. That self-love is everything. Once we really, really love everything about ourselves, that's when we could really move forward. Because I know from my experience, when I was overweight, when I was eating unhealthy, when I was drinking, when I was smoking, when I was having the gummies, I didn't love myself. I didn't truly, truly love what I was doing. So I was escaping towards those things. I was running towards the alcohol. I was running towards the marijuana. I was running to the unhealthy foods because I wasn't choosing self love. And like I said, self love is a wonderful, wonderful thing. If you truly, truly, truly love yourself, we're not gonna do things that are gonna hurt our body, that are gonna hurt our mind, that are gonna hurt our purpose. Um, but we have to just keep improving one day at a time. And there's gonna be setbacks, There's going to be times where it might be difficult and life gets in the way, but like, how are we bouncing back, right? When I had certain setbacks in my journey, um, I didn't let one setback become a domino effect. I just wanted to, keep at it, keep on the journey, because the journey is not, always the straightest road. There's going to be bumps, there's going to be bruises, there's going to be all these things that are going to get in the way. But like I said, having that tunnel vision, having that inner drive, having that desire to want to make the right changes. And, that's really how, like I said before, I'm not perfect. I'm not here to tell you that, I'm this perfect human, because I'm not. But I have been able to make certain changes. And, even the last 2 or 3 years, I mean, just the growth I felt has been really, really humbling. So I want others to feel the same. I want others to have that taste of this beautiful life that we can achieve if we make those necessary steps. So yeah, guys, hopefully I've been able to help you find your way. You're meant, if you're struggling, you're meant for more. I truly believe every single one of us has a calling, a purpose. We just have to stop getting distracted. I hope you guys keep working on yourselves this week. I hope that you find the inspiration. I hope you continue to improve yourself 1%. And we're going to be on our way to our purpose if we lock in, if we stay motivated, if we stay disciplined, if we stay consistent. We're going to do great, great things in this life. So I hope I've been able to give you some inspiration. Hope that I've been able to give you some motivation for the week. And I'll be back next week with a different topic. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And please take care of yourselves.